Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. To all my wonderful subscribers, both new and returning subscribers, you all are welcomed. Today I will be sharing with you all how to draft this princess dart blouse with multiple keyhole, Basque waistline and puffy sleeves. I came across these beautiful pictures on Pinterest, so I decided to share it with you all. So guys, do well to watch this video to the end. Also like, comment and share with friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more of my free video tutorials. So guys, let's get started. On my pattern paper, I've gone ahead to take my shoulder line. This is my bust line, under bust line, waistline, and the length of this top. Okay, I normally do this on this channel, and here is my measurements, okay, that I'll be working with. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do here is to take our shoulder measurement. Okay, for my shoulder measurement, which is 16 inches divided by 2, is going to give me 8 inches. Okay, so I'll be making it 8.5 inches. 8.5. Then from my marked point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and from my shoulder slope point, I'm going to come down by 8 inches to mark my armhole. Okay, for my front neckline, I'm going to make use of 4 inches. Okay, which is here. Then I'm going to connect my shoulder slope. So guys, this line here will serve as my chest line. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to take our armhole. So I'm going to divide what I have here by 2, which is 8 inches, and my midpoint here is 4 inches. Okay, then I'm going to go in by half an inch. Okay, from my midpoint, I'm going to go in by half an inch. Then to mark for my armhole curve, I'm going to divide by my bust circumference, which is my bust circumference of 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. So I'm going to mark my 9 inches point here, then add 1.5, okay, hemming allowance here. Then I'm going to connect these 3 points together to form my armhole curve. Then the next thing to do here is to take our dart. Okay, my nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 4 inches. So from my bust line, I'm going to mark my 4 inches down. Okay, then after that, I'll go ahead and draw a straight line. Coming over to my under bust, I'm going to take 1.5 inch from this side. Okay, 1.5 inch. Then from my bustier side, which is this part, I'm going to take 1 inch from here. Okay, then I'll also repeat the same step at my waistline. Okay, then coming to the length, I'm going to take 1 inch from each side. Okay, 1 inch. So I'm going to connect my lines. Okay, so guys, the next thing to do here is coming over to my bust line. Okay, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, which is this point here. Then I'm also going to connect it to meet my dart legs. At our armhole, we are going to take our princess dart. Okay, so still at my bust line, I'm also going to come up by half an inch, which is this point here. From my midpoint, armhole midpoint, I'm going to take a curved line, okay, to meet this point here. Then the next thing, I'm going to take my armhole dart. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 inch from each side, this side, and 1 inch from this side, okay. So I'm also going to connect it. Okay, you can see the way I'm using my curve ruler to curve for my armhole. Okay, to create a new armhole, okay, I went out from here, I went out by 1.5 inch, okay, which is here, 1.5 inch. So that 1.5 inch, I'm going to add it up here. You can see what I already have here is that 1.5 inch. So I'm going to create a new armhole. Okay, so this now is our new armhole. Then the next thing to do here is to take our basic body measurement. Okay, coming over to my bust line, my bust circumference of 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. Okay, 9 inches, which is here. Then I'm also going to add the 1.5 inch that I took, okay, for my dart. Then add 1 inch for my sewing allowance. Okay, coming over to my underbust, circumference of 30 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 inch. So this is my 7.5 inch circumference. Then I'll measure my dart legs, which I have here is 2.5 inches. So I'll replace my dart of 2.5 inch here, then add 1 inch for my hemming allowance or my sewing allowance. Okay, then to my waistline, my waist circumference of 29 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.2 inches. Okay, so here is my 7.2 inches. Then I'm also going to replace my dart of 2.5 inch, which is here, then add 1 inch for my hemming or sewing allowance. Okay, then to the length of this blouse, I'm going to take my hip circumference. So my hip circumference of 38 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5. Okay, then my dart legs, which I have here, is 2 inches. So I'm going to replace my 2 inches, then add 1 inch here. Okay, which is this point here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and connect all my points together. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to take our front neckline length. So I'll be coming down by 3 inches. Then I will use my curve ruler to curve for my neckline. To create my side dart, on my bust line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Then I'm going to slant it to meet my bust point, which is here. Then the next thing is to create our Basque effect. Okay, coming over to my waistline, I'm going to come down by 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches, mark my point. Then I'm going to take it like this to meet my center front. Okay, to create my multiple keyhole neckline, I'm going to use this. Okay, from my neckline, I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch. Okay, so 1/2 inch. I'm going to create a dotted line, okay, around my neckline. Then after that, I went ahead to place my plastic cover on my 1/2 inch dotted points as to trace out my circles. Okay, just the way you see me doing it here in this video. And this is all for the drafting for my front pattern. The next thing is to cut it out. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. So guys, I also went ahead to close up my side dart, okay, just the way you see me doing it here in this video. So guys, this is all for my front pattern. Okay, I've also gone ahead to make my keyhole openings. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut for our back pattern. So guys, to cut for my back pattern, as you can see, I've gone ahead to, this is my zipper allowance. Okay, this line here is my shoulder line, my bust line, on the bust line, waistline, and length. Okay, just the same way we did for the front pattern. And the next thing that we're going to do here is to take our shoulder measurement for the back, which I used 8.5 inches for my front pattern. Okay, then I'll go down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Okay, then go down again by 8 inches for our armhole. Okay, so I'll go ahead and draw my lines, which you see me doing it here. Then also go ahead and mark my neckline width for my back pattern, which is 4 inches, and for the length for my back pattern is 1.5 inch. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut for my neckline. To cut for my back pattern armhole, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to divide my bust circumference just the same way we did for the front pattern. My bust circumference of 36 divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. Then I'll add 1.5 inch, okay, to it. Then I'm going to curve it, okay, placing my curve ruler like this. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to take our dart. Okay, for my back pattern, I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. Okay, 4 inches. I'm going to take it up. Okay, then I'm going to take out, coming over to the length of my blouse, I'm going to take 1 inch from each side, okay, of my nipple to nipple line. I'll repeat the same step at the waistline. Okay, I'll repeat the same step at my under bust. Then I'll go ahead and connect it like this. So guys, you can as well come down by 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches point here. Okay, then connect it. Then after that, I'm going to take my basic body measurement. Okay, coming over to my bust line, my bust circumference of 36 divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. Then I took 2 inches for my dart. Okay, 2 inches. You can as well use half an inch from each side of your dart leg. Okay, just go ahead and add up the 2 inches. So what I already have here is the 2 inches. So while cutting on my fabric, I will add my hemming allowance. Okay, then to my under bust circumference, which is 30 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 inch. Then I'll go ahead and replace my 2 inches dart. Okay, 2 inches dart. Then to my waistline, my waist circumference of 29 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.2 inches. Then replace my 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches dart. Then to my hip circumference of 38 divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 inch. I'll also go ahead and replace my dart. Okay, my dart leg. So I'll go ahead and connect it this way. Guys, for your dart, if 2 inches is too much for you, then you can as well reduce it to 1 inch. Okay, by taking from your nipple to nipple line you take out half an inch from each side. Okay, we are going to cut this out. Then while cutting this on our fabric, we are going to add our hemming allowance. Okay, then for my back's effect at the waistline, I'm going to come down by 3 inches. Okay, here 3 inches. Then I'm going to connect it like this. Okay, this is for the back and this is for our front pattern. Okay, you can see that this is for our front pattern and this is for the back. Okay, you can see that. So guys, to cut for my sleeve, I've gone ahead to, this is my baseline or my shoulder line for my sleeve, then this is the length for my sleeve. Okay, then the next thing is to take a length of 5 inches. Okay, and this 5 inches point is where armhole curve starts from. Okay, my round hand circumference is 12 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 6 inches. Okay, 6 inches, but I'll be adding 2 inches to it, making it 8 inches here. Okay, so I'm going to, from my 5 inches point, I'm going to draw a straight line to meet my round hand circumference here, which is this point here. So from my round hand circumference point, I'm going to take a straight line. Okay, from my tip of my pattern paper, I'm going to draw a straight line like this. Okay, then I'll also take my round hand circumference, which is 6 inches, adding 2 inches to it, making it 8 inches here. Okay, so I'll also curve it this way. Okay, then the next thing to do here is to divide what we have here to get our midpoint, and my midpoint here is 4.8 inches, which is here. Okay, this point, from my midpoint I'm going to go up by half an inch. I'll cut from my tip here, okay, to meet this point. You can see what I'm doing. I'll curve to meet this point. Okay, then I'll take it like this. Okay, so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is how to cut a basic sleeve. Okay, a basic sleeve. Then the next thing is to cut this out. Okay, so guys, this is how to cut a basic sleeve. The next thing to do here is to apply our slash and spread method. Okay, so I went ahead to open up my sleeve as to slash it using 1 inch. Okay, just the way you see me doing it here in this video. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more of my videos, like and drop a comment for a detailed sewing process.